folks, welcome to Goldie Lockdown episode 8 with Ant, Martin and Nathan. After the heavy episode of episode 7, we're actually going to use the footage that we found to use in the last episode but never got round to doing. It was actually raised on Twitter by Hamilton Academical ladies or women. I'm not sure which one of those
Women.
they use. Women. But Martin, they atted you on Twitter to say, have a look at this lino, and he'd come very, very, very far onto the pitch, about 10 yards.
Unbelievable! It's so funny, and it's probably the nicest bit of ref abuse I've ever seen. Because it's like the lino is running down. You see the clip is on. The lino sort of, it's at least 10 yards on the pitch. And this isn't like a club level of football. This is the high level of football.
It's senior ladies football in Scotland.
In Scotland, there's probably internationals being in that game. It's on a cracker facility. It looks like it's a 3 or 4G, whatever it's called, but cracker facility. But as he's running along, all of a sudden he comes into shot, the lino, and keeps really good pace. But Jesus bloody Christ, I've never seen anyone on that far on the pitch.
10 yards on the pitch.
Going off to have a cup of tea at half time.
Well, he was finding the channel for the knock through for the cross, wasn't he? So
And how do they frame it? What do they say? Benz's run?
Benz's run to stay on side, which he did. He did.
The ground it's played at is obviously the home of the men's team as well that play obviously within the Scottish Football League. It is New Douglas Park.
And look what's just happened. As we're making this thing,
What's this?
they've just sent me the appointments of the referees.
So we know exactly who these officials are as well.
Because what I did is I messaged them, thanked them for saying, thanks for thinking of us. That's the power of ref support and our final whistle blog of what we're creating. But someone up there thought, you know what? I'm going to tag them. Tagged them. Now we know who the one of the ARs were, and let's try and get them on. Let's try and get them on.
Let's do a little bit of social media stalking. See if we can track these officials down.
Get them in.
Because we're going to have a little look at not only that incident, but there was one a little bit prior as well. I think it was it happened around 10, 11 minutes into the match. So in the clip, Nathan, if you want to start sharing the video.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually got this footage here.
Oh, so no, actually, let's go to the very start. Now, Hamilton Academical women have said, oh, well, the refs come on the pitch there, bent his run. Look at the referee making a mistake. This match has kicked off, and it's been playing for about 30 seconds. So let's have a little look at the match so far.
Between first and second.
So yeah, this is the early play. This is the first.
What's the score?
Have
you just kicked off?
Well, they've just kicked off, so I assume it's 0-0. But if there was some sort of graphic, there it is. Oh, hold on a minute! What? They've not started the clock. What's going on here? Oh, wait. Is it going to start? We'll never know. And the rest of the game is actually still been playing. They're still going now because they haven't started the clock.
Brilliant. Yes,
I think it's a great point, though, isn't it, about refs that we might have all had a problem. I think we talked about it in the previous episode, didn't we, about forgetting the coin? But what about if we forget to start the watch?
Well, listen, we've all done that, haven't we? We've all done that. And these are obviously, we looked at these social media. They are good. Hamilton Academical's women's social media, fair play.
Yeah, your production value is brilliant. So
absolute top draw. And what a great attitude to take the piss out of us in such a nice way. So happy days, but there's a little bit of stick back. Whoever's doing your TV work, tell them to start breathing properly.
The attacker goes through onto the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper gathers it up. Camera focuses on the attacker, which is fine. In the background, we assume the goalkeeper is still holding on to the ball, looking to distribute it. Hands back, I assume it's being played now to the defender. The whistle gets blown, and no one's really sure what for. There's not a huge amount of protesting going on. Referee's gone over to the assistant at some point, comes back into the penalty area, gathers at the ball. He's given an indirect free kick for something.
Well, I think he's definitely given an indirect free kick.
Then he does his dribbling skills.
Very nice referee.
Oh, you had to. But listen,
yeah, the point here is, what was this for? I don't. My first instinct was time wasting or something like that. But no, surely not. Was it a double touch? Like the keeper's dropped it, picked it up again. But that didn't seem right. So if you are the referee in this game, we are going to try and find you. But if you somehow watch this, or if anyone knows this,
that would sound like I've got special skills. And I'll find you. Yeah, it sounded a bit like that. That is. Listen, I want to just come in there. So
got them skills.
How calm was that ref then? He knows he's going to be on Selly.
Yeah,
really calm. He did a really good job, and I think it was really great facilities. Happy days to amateur academicals here. Great TV stuff as well. Production. Happy days. But what about the behaviour of both players there?
Yeah,
those girls.
No screaming, no surrounding. I think they just kind of.
Imagine that. All the dollies getting thrown out of prams there in a men's game for that. What's going on? Yeah. And in fairness, the commentators, they never went over the top, did they? They never went over the top. They didn't give them loads. They wouldn't know what's going on there. Imagine those sort of people who do stuff on TV now. So look over your shoulder, men's football. If this is the sort of behaviour and positivity that's coming out of the game, they get in touch with us, take the piss out of us because of what the lino's doing. Referee does something there that we're not really sure what about. No grief. Nothing. Get on with it. Happy days. Yeah. Fair play to those girls in that game.
Yeah, it is absolute. The behaviour is brilliant. That's the sort of thing that you watch and just wish was more prevalent through the game than the opposite, which unfortunately is prevalent through the game.
It just looks good. You wouldn't want a referee there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a referee there. No wonder he's so keen to get on the pitch, that bleeding line out. It's a great shout, isn't it? Absolutely.
Well, the lino coming on happens right towards the end of the game. And you'd have to think, do you reckon he's gone in at half time? Had a little look at maybe like the highlights. Because I don't know if this was live streamed or anything like that. So he's having a little look. So he knows, oh God, I'm going to have to run really far onto the pitch here if I'm going to get in the frame. Because they've not been going down to the corner flag. There's no need. Yeah. It's got to the 90th minute and they've gone, fuck it. It's now or never. So he's just gone on and gone.
You know what? Do you know what's so funny? So what's dead funny? I'm not going to names up. I was on telly with games and stuff like that. I've been at live games and all that. It's dead hard not to look at the big screen if you see it on the telly. Yeah. And if you see it now, you see some of the Premier League lads. They're all shaking hands like this, aren't they? Hello, Ronaldo. Hello, Ronaldo. Hello. Maybe that's what he was wanting to do. I want to get my ass on TV. I think that's a great shout.
We can see it here. So now if we just look in the bottom right-hand side here, we can see the attack. Whoa, there he is.
There he is. Hello, mate.
How fast is he? How fast is he? He's got some turn of pace in, hasn't he?
He's done very well.
Some turn of pace there. It's
that must be a regular thing then, because I'm sure there was. If we scrub through this again and another attack that breaks, because I'm sure that the one that the Twitter account tagged you in, Martin, led to a goal. Now that one obviously didn't. So I don't know if this is some way somehow part of the way that he just does his AR duties, which is weird.
I don't know. It's the goal was right at the very end, and I think the goal was in at the time.
It was like the 90th minute or 90 plus 1, 90 plus 2.
Wait, listen. You can't trust what time it was, can you? You can't trust what time it was. You never started the bleeding clock.
That's true. That is the goal. Maybe it was a bit closer.
What a finish! See that? Nutmeg's the goalie.
Through the legs.
Left peg, wasn't it? Left peg.
Yeah, but what you didn't see was the cross actually came from the assistant referee. He'd been making them runs all game, going,
come on, lads. Yeah, come on. Oh, just play it through. He bent his run and everything to beat the
offside. Stayed onside. No offside. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. My flag was, but I wasn't. And it was quality. I really enjoyed this. I hope this is a sign of the times that clubs are going to do this with us and tag us in. And they've seen our social media policy where we go after clubs who give referees loads. We've done it loads of times, and it's great that some chairman have come back to us and said, we've took that down because the lad who was doing a Twitter account was a knobhead.
Yeah, I understand. On Twitter, people are super passionate about their things, and oftentimes, especially at amateur levels, the person or the whoever's running the social media account, the Twitter, the one that's giving the updates, they're doing it through the rose-tinted specs of everything my club and everything these players are doing are fantastic, and everything the ref and the opposition do is awful. And that's fine, that's to do that, but when it kind of crosses the line and it calls the ref a cheat, or it says that it's something personal about the referee, if they're too fat and couldn't keep up and shit like that, that's when it's not cool. Like, chat about the game, tweet about the game, that's all cool, it's all gravy, but don't get personal with it, because that's where we cross the line. And again, we're still in anti-bullying week. Social media is a huge platform. If you've got a fairly reputable local team, and again, there's a lot of local teams now that put out a lot of social media content out there. They put all their games on YouTube. There's a lot of interviews, stuff like that. A lot of eyeballs on those teams at those lower levels. It's definitely a thing that could be construed as you've got to be more aware of the content that you're putting out, especially if it's derogatory or abusive online. It is online bullying, and it's something everyone needs to be aware of.
Do you know what? So it's like, it's that importance. It's one of the reasons I chose to do it. I talked to the trustees. They went, great shout, we're behind you, go after them. And I'm always trying to take the piss out of them, don't I? And say, are you sure you get beat 4-0 there? How many did the referee score? Or I've even gone into forensic and looked at the league table. Saying, hey, mate, you've played 9 games, you've only scored 2 goals.
But that's all the referee's fault.
But a dodgy penalty, and I think it's strategy that works, and people are. So what's doing is the referees are now DMing me saying, do us a favour, can you have a look at this? I don't want to say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Can you do it? But more importantly, which I'd like to just flash up to people who listen to this, is that sometimes they're tweeting. The referee goes in the dressing room after the game, puts his coat on, gets showered, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He wouldn't put the coat on before he got showered, but you know what I mean. Gets showered, get dressed, gets his phone out. They all look at the Twitter accounts of the games they do, right down to like grassroots level. If there's some of them grassroots clubs have got some cracker little ones, haven't they?
Yeah.
He's going to go in that bar and like he's going to mark your club as well. What would you like? They might have been really well behaved, but the Twitter account is just slaughtering them. You get a bad mark off the ref. They don't get put forward for respect awards and all this other stuff. So I just don't see the point in these Twitter knobheads.
Yeah.
They could take a leaf out of the book of Hamilton Academical's women's Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
Probably the worst football team for a scout to try to... I can't think of another one unless it was
How many Ks are in Hamilton Academical?
It's like that. See that? Have you seen that lad who was on the Ghana TV channel, but now the Premier League football?
English Premier League. Everton 1, Manchester United 3, Chelsea 4, the United 1. Sunday, West Bromwich 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
Like Hamilton Academicals, them Super Cow, whatever they're called. That's a different team, isn't it? They're brilliant. Take a leaf out of their Twitter accounts. Because
many thanks to them for sending that. And we've got another one, haven't we, Ant, from the United States of America?
Yeah. So, well, let's. Have you got the Socca ones first? Because we'll look at those. The Socca. These are the ones Martin sent through from. Was it the World Cup last year in Cyprus?
Yeah, World Cup in Crete, which we have.
I apologise.
All right, mate. Those who don't. And we had Mark Clattenburg and Bobby Madeley there. Bobby Madeley loved it. Bobby Madeley was amazing, really supportive to the lads off the pitch. Really, really top lads during those weeks.
Good lad, Bobby.
It sounds and we we do soccer pens. So when it goes to a penalty competition, like in an FA competition now, 0-0 2-all, you go to penalties, take 5 each and all that. Well, we do what's known as a soccer pen, which is a sort of hybrid of hockey and what they used to do in the MLS. Now, on this, we've got this as one part of our online e-learning as well, what we're going to introduce. And it's the setup of this is quite important with regards to transparency and everything else with penalties and any decision in football.
Sweet. So, Martin, talk us through everything that's going on here. You've got 3 refs that are dealing with this kind of procedure, protocol.
No, we've got 4. The other one's hidden by the slides. So what this is soccer pens. The hybrid of what happens in soccer, in hockey, and the old MLS thing. Our field of play is shorter, so there's a shorter run-up. So what happens here is you've got 10 seconds to score, or the ball goes out of play, or the goalkeeper saves it and keeps it. Now, if you remember in the MLS one, they would save it, and then that would be the end of it.
Yeah.
Ours is, it ends when the 10 seconds is up. So you could shoot and the goalie could save it. You could shoot again, goalie could save it. You could shoot again, score. It's a goal.
Yeah.
So, it's the game ends when it's out of play, it's a goal, or the 10 seconds is run out, or there's been a foul that would normally be a foul
right.
in the game itself. So here, what's really important here is, we referees get accused of waiting for, 90 minutes is up, but you wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
So the ball's on the halfway line, not on the penalty area, or someone's not one-on-one on a goalkeeper and you blow your 90 minutes. You did that because there was something wrong. So to prevent that happening, that this is a very clean 10 seconds. R1 is looking away from play. If you look at this, the reason he's looking that end is that we've got a big screen at one end when we build our stadiums for the ISF. So he can't see what's going on the screen either. He also takes out his headset, so none of the referees can talk to him. Now, again, that's just for transparency. We always make sure they can see it out. We put it over the back of his shoulder, and it shows through his grey kit or yellow kit particularly. These are our wonderful headsets that are sponsored by Awixie, the Dutch company. You can never really say that word properly, but I'm sure it'll flash up. Anthony put the box up there. I've got to clear out. A wonderful, wonderful supportive sponsor for the ISF and ref support. So he blows the whistle. He's not looking. He's not hearing the play starts. R2 is there as if there's a referee out there during the ordinary game. So he's looking for fouls. He's looking for handball outside the penalty area, a foul by the keeper or a foul by the outfield player. And then where R3 is obviously over the line, goal line judge. And then R4, who's the other side of the goalposts, is looking at making sure that the goalkeeper is on the line at the commencement of the 10 seconds. So they might look like we've overfilled this with match officials, but we haven't. Everyone's there for a reason. Those three, R2, R3, and R4 are all rigged up on the headsets. So we press play, and you'll see what happens. He comes forward. Goalkeeper comes out. Tries to go round, and goalkeeper gets it, but play still goes on because the 10 seconds aren't up. He then comes out again. 10 seconds are now up. You see the referee blowing. Game over. So therefore, the team that had the soccer pen, who took it, they lost.
Got another one here now.
Second clip. Another one. What happens here? He goes through, slots it sideways. Game over. Even though it might have been only 4 seconds, the time becomes irrelevant. Interestingly, in that clip, you're seeing that there's not many people there because this was a midday kickoff in Crete. It was so hot. And lo and behold, we go to soccer pens. Yeah. So the guys are out there even longer. Absolute sod's law. But we didn't have one in the evening where the stadium was full of the floodlights, which was look amazing. So Soccer pens is a really good addition to our game. What we play under Les League's banner in the International Soccer Federation. Really exciting. It's another, part of it. You don't get injuries really unless there's a bad tackle by the goalkeeper or the outfield player. So it's just good to flash up.
It works brilliantly on the small pitches as well, because I remember in the mid-90s we had American penalties and they were played on a full-size normal pitch, but they had, I think, 6 seconds to score and they started about 40 yards out. So it was a sprint, it was a shot. We've got a little clip of that from the MLS that we'll throw up now, just to give a comparison of the difference between the two. So there you go. That was the kind of evolution of penalties, I suppose. Obviously, America don't do that anymore, but it works in soccer.
I think it's brilliant.
I like it.
I love it. It's very clean. It's another reason that we got so many officials out there, because all those people are so excited. What happens? They come running on the field of play and stuff like that. But you still got a penalty left. Those people can be quite pissed off. Who's taking the next? Really exciting. And in the next World Cup, which should have been Mexico this year, but it's going to be now pushed back to the next, we've actually got a sponsor for that pen. So it'll be called a Soccer, place sponsor here, penalty. So they'll all around the boards, when that game's going on, so all the electronic boards, all you'll see is their logo, which is another income stream that we've done that we can give back to grow the game. So all really good. All really good.
It's interesting because I've worked in a team and we've had that. And I did a cup final once. And obviously I was the referee and I was working with assistants. And once before I was ready, one team started celebrating. And there's one team massively celebrating behind me and it's all going off and there's big celebrations. And it took the resilience and the focus for me to literally stand there looking at my book, counting it back, thinking, I'm sure there's something not right here. And I was right, there was something not right here. So I've pulled it back and I've said, look, there's still one penalty to be taken here. And I've got it right. And when the person from the FA came and spoke to me after the game, he did say to me, very well done for getting that right. You might have found some animosity towards you had you made that mistake.
Yeah, definitely cost the team a game potentially if you just gone, fuck it, penalties are over.
Well,
is the buffet on?
Oh, brilliant. Can you have me battered Mars bar?
Yeah.
Anybody? Brilliant. Did you blow the final whistle? Did you do the
No. I that was the thing. I was holding off blowing that whistle because I wanted to check.
Just be
and then I pulled it back with a more of a attention whistle, so a little double attention whistle that you might give when, for example, throwing is going to be held so that you can make
away or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. And just said, look, you're gonna have to come back. There's still another penalty to be taken here. So it was about just getting it right and just taking that moment. And I let them celebrate for about 10 seconds, maybe wrongly, but those 10 seconds were crucial for me to just double check and to make sure I'd got it right, which I'm really glad I did.
Did the team that thought they won end up winning?
Yes,
because
that was in my mind.
That's easy. And did the team that win, would they have any socks on their tape that was different colours of the socks?
Martin,
I heard there was. I heard about that incident. There was people wearing jewellery. There was people that had different coloured undergarments on from their shirts. I remember that. That was a big day.
But was that lad who had the false leg and the real foot? and they had pink boots on, yellow boots on. Well, that was
I heard the referee used a neon whistle.
Don't wear it. Don't start on the different colour people. So anyway, Nate, I'm sure you had a good time. You did drop in that you had a good final there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did drop that in, yeah.
Close for really. Had a good final.
Really.
Boo.
Anyway, on that bombshell, with all the piss taken done and dusted, gentlemen, thanks very much. And we'll see everyone on the next episode of The Final Whistle, Goldie Lockdown, or just a regular podcast. Thanks for watching and listening.